You know, I got into this game having zero idea what I was doing, but I've been always kind of drawn to the American sport titles like the EA's Hockey, Extreme Games, NBA Jam, and so on. And this is sort of like Madden in a way, but I've never picked it up and purchased it myself. I've always tried it when it comes to being free on PlayStation Plus or on Steam and being on sale. Maybe I could grab a copy if it's really cheap. But Wildcard Football is a bit different than that. It's in a way an arcade style 7v7 American football game. The game's wildcard mechanic makes it more specific. For example, players have a kind of 4 cards to choose when you play something. There's 3 main types: modifiers, rule breakers, and specials. Playing those type of cards each has costs depending on your energy meter, with each player having a maximum of 10 energy points per down. And once the energy points of a player are done, you are unable to draw a card. It's a bit of a game changer, adding some strategy to the plays, and you choose if you don't want to play a card. Maybe sometimes that will benefit you in the long run. You can hold back some energy points for more crucial moments, or maybe you just want to take a bit of a break. Some cards can add buffs to your stats, and some add debuffs to your opponents. Well, there are some cards which can actually completely change the rules, and if you're trying to go for a straight up game without wild cards, you can turn them off, but the game becomes just a animated version of a Madden game. The visuals are cool and players are moving great thanks to the caricatures because they're pretty well done and animated. The game does not feature any sort of official NFL teams due to licensing issues, but it does have a license with the Players Association. So the roster itself is of pro football stars and also legends of the game. Some may find that the lack of real team names a bit of a letdown, but it's better to focus on the players themselves. The visual representation is quite okay, responsive, easy to navigate, and the team has done a pretty nice job on getting new players to understand the game with the tutorial. For example, I have little to no understanding on how football was meant to be played because I'm European, and to us football is something else. It's what most Americans call soccer. And one weird element with the UI is that in the season mode, when you choose a team, the stats are not displayed. You're none the wiser if your team is better than most of the others when you're choosing. So that can be a bit of an oversight but when the game doesn't quite live up to is the audio. Yeah, the soundtrack is okay and the sound effects are pretty good, but you have almost zero commentary on the plays themselves, and that's some of the most fun parts of most sports titles. For example, when I've played FIFA and NFL and NBA, the commentators are super engaging, make you get into the game. But if you play with friends and having a voice chat can resolve this issue, but if you play single player, it can get boring really fast. I think if you take NBA Jam for example, that's similar in style to this wildcard game. That's done with a lot of good commentary from Tim Kitzrow. It brings the gameplay to a next level and brilliantly accentuates the action. If this game gets a sequel, it will absolutely need to have a play-by-play commentary. It has to elevate the single player mode, and by all means they can hire Kitzrow to do it. Well, not for me. The game does feature in Ultimate Team style mode, where you open loot boxes to try crafting a custom team of stars. The mode offers some great customization options for those who are interested in that element, but best of all, gamers will be happy to find that there are no microtransactions here. Furthermore, players looking for a deeper experience can get into creating their own playbooks. It's nice to see different types of games being catered to. If you're a fan of the sport and looking for a fun way to challenge your pals online, then yeah, pick up Wildcard Football. It offers a nice alternative to the Madden titles. It's a bit over the top. Gameplay and strategic card playing can lead to some fiercely contested battles. I can see this being a fun go-to party title to lead up to the Super Bowl. Likewise, if you're just a casual fan of the sport, then this is a very easy pick up and play to try your hand at some place. If you're not familiar with football overall, you can also pick it up if you have a friend, for example, who's eager to play a football title. You can pick up the rules pretty fast, but still it takes some time getting used to it. So overall, if there's one word I could use to sum this up, it would be it has potential. It's a lot of fun, and with some refinements it can be a very interesting must-have for fans of the sport.